Hey, Dan Passarelli here. Well, I'm often asked, are covered calls good in bear markets? Because, when we think about covered calls, we think, well, hey, if it rises too much, I could I could leave some money on the table. But if it falls too much, I could lose money on the stock that I own. So should you trade covered calls when the market is down or when a particular stock is down? And the answer to that question is usually yes, because there's a couple of things here. When we look at covered calls, one of the first things we always want to do is we want to measure the implied volatility and see if it's worth selling the calls. Because remember, whenever we sell something, we always want to sell it when it's overpriced, right? So implied volatility helps us understand that. I just pulled up a chart here from not too long ago, Goldman Sachs, and it had several red candles, down days in a row. And if you look down at the bottom, the implied volatility got really, really high. So what that means is that when we look at the options will be overpriced. They'll be more expensive than they otherwise would be. So that makes us able to collect more premium when we sell them. Now, of course, like I alluded to before, the thing that we always worry about is, hey, if it goes down that fast when it makes a recovery, are we going to blast through the strike? And that is something to think about, but it's not what I would call a rational fear, because even if it does, we can always just simply adjust, right? We can always buy back that call, even if we buy it back for a small loss, if we're, fast enough, like maybe that day that it goes through there, we buy it back for a small loss, and then we roll what's called out in time and up to a higher strike, and we are able to recoup that loss and take in even more premium and then still keep our profits on the stock as it rises back. Now, if you use covered calls in your investing, I have a presentation coming up tomorrow on Saturday, and I want you to attend it. It's going to be a free webinar because we are revamping our MTM Smart Income System, and I want to tell you all about what that is and how that works and give you the opportunity to learn about it and join us. So go to markettaker.com/REG, short for register, and get registered for that online training tomorrow morning. This is Dan Passarelli. Trade smart.